Hey friends, so Seed and Weed Wednesday today on this rainy day here in Connecticut. So what I wanted to talk to you today, I want to talk to you about hardening off your plants. So if you planted your seedlings alongside us a few weeks back, then you need to start preparing them for their future homes in the ground, right? Because in a couple weeks, we're going to be putting them in the ground, right? So I'm going to go over what you need to look for, when they can go outside, and how you start that process because you want to make sure that they're hardy and strong. Okay, so here's a mix of what I have. And you'll see like these I have been hardening off for a while now. They're big and beautiful and they're growing so wonderfully. So those go outside for actually majority of the day, especially on a nice day, especially if it's overcast and they're not going to get too much sun. You want to make sure that your babies aren't getting sunburned. And this is a good example of, okay, so they have these are not their true leaves yet, not their first leaves. You can see this one has one starting in there. That's going to be their true leaves. These are not ready to go outside to get hardened off yet. We want to make sure that they have more of their true leaves. Okay, see this one has two coming in there. So these will be ready in another week probably to start going off in the hardening off process. And so some of these have been doing really well, and they've been out there for quite some time in the process of hardening off. These will probably be starting around the same time. These have more true leaves. Okay, so they're a little further along than our peppers here, but they're still not quite ready. Almost, but not quite. These have been going out, and I'm going to show you what it means to get sunburned. So the basil has been going out for quite some time. It's actually quite large and healthy, but basil is very sensitive, very tender, especially when you first start putting it out. And this one got left out on a sunny day, even though I had it in a shady area. It's just a little too long. So you can see, where it got some sunburn. So I'm going to keep this in today to recuperate and nurse it back to health. So that it's strong and hardy. So you want to make sure that you are doing it in slow increments, building up the time out there. A little bit of wind is actually good, but huge gusts of wind are not good. But the wind actually helps your plant grow stronger roots. So from the very beginning, when my plants are really little, like even like this, I like to kind of move them around, touch them. I call it petting them, saying hi, little babies. That helps them grow stronger roots, and they will be hardier plants because of that. So the wind does the same thing. The wind will move them around gently and get them to become stronger and more resilient, right? Whenever we have adversity in our life, it makes us stronger and more resilient. Same for plants. So we want to make sure that we balance. We don't overdo it for them, but we do give them a little bit of a challenge to make them hardier. So that is the hardening off process. You want to start with, maybe an hour, possibly 2 at first, depending on the time of day. Start off in the morning, not in the, midday heat of the sun. Overcast days are great to start with. My babies actually really love rainy days, so these guys are about to go out for some afternoon rain, and some rain showers will feel good and, again, help them build those strong, resilient root systems.